Hello, my name is Pat White. Some of you may recognize me as a member of the POA Board. My wife Alice and I have been residents of Tellico Village for 15 years. We've seen many changes in this amazing community over that time. The greatest change has been the number of people who've joined this community calling Tellico Village home. We're an active adult community. We swim, work out, play golf, pickleball, tennis, boat, kayak, paddleboard, bike, and use our available free time to exercise on the trails and streets of Tellico Village. We take precautions to engage in all these activities as safely as possible. And when walking on our narrow roads with increasing vehicle and pedestrian traffic and no sidewalks, it presents challenges to both drivers and pedestrians. And even more challenging is when it's dark outside. Safety on our roads is the focus of this short presentation. The first video you'll see is taken from the perspective of a driver driving after dark along one of our narrow neighborhood streets in Tellico Village. Watch it and see if you can spot me, the pedestrian. A hint, I'm on the right side of the screen. Let's see that video one more time. Were you able to spot me? Imagine being the driver of that car. It was only going 20 miles an hour. Because I'm wearing dark clothing, I was hard to spot and almost had an encounter with the vehicle. Now let's look at the video from the other perspective, that of the pedestrian. Again, me. I was wearing a GoPro camera so that you could see the vehicle approaching. It was easy for me to spot the headlights of the oncoming car a couple hundred yards in advance. Again, the driver was only traveling at 20 miles an hour. But it seemed to me like he was going much faster, as happens often in Tellico Village neighborhoods. Knowing the driver was watching for me, I was surprised to see how long it still took him to move across the yellow line in the road to avoid me, even in this situation that was planned out. These two videos illustrate how difficult it can be to see pedestrians after dark on our narrow neighborhood roads. Let's consider how we can improve the situation and reduce the chances of an unfortunate encounter from both the pedestrian and the driver perspectives. Some things that you can do as a pedestrian are always yield to oncoming traffic and move to the side or the berm of the road as a car approaches. Perhaps carry a flashlight so that it'll alert a driver that you're there. Wearing reflective or bright clothing is another thing to make yourself more visible. In the following video, I'm wearing a reflective vest. See what a difference that makes to oncoming cars. Now let's look at things that drivers can do. Drivers, be aware that many people like to exercise outside, sometimes before sunrise and sometimes after dark. Drive with caution and don't exceed the speed limit, especially on our narrow neighborhood roads. Expect the unexpected. We live in a wonderful place, but like every community, it's not perfect. Our narrow neighborhood roads with no sidewalks make it a challenge. And if we all do our part to keep Tellico Village safe, we can minimize the chances of a serious accident. Enjoy life in this wonderful community. Be prepared and be safe.